Like all schools at the time, GPS opened in 1906 with a single-race student body. GPS never advertised as being all white. It didn't have to, as in the South, all schools were segregated. To discover the history of a place or time, you must look at the artifacts, physical items, paper documents, or photographs. Sometimes, if you look a little deeper at these artifacts, you can find evidence of the lifestyle, culture, religion, or beliefs of a different time or place. Early photographs of GPS are no different, giving clues to a different time. Look closely at this 1912 photograph of GPS. Do you see anyone in the photograph that doesn't seem to fit into the category of student or teacher? Now, do you see her? There's no record of her name, no real record of her job. We can only assume that she worked for the founders of the school. Domestic help, they called it. Typical of the time, she probably cleaned around the school and in the founder's upstairs apartment. Do you think she just happened to stop and look out the screened porch window just as the photographer snapped the image? Could it be that the founders asked her to stand there? What would the implications be? This 1947 image is another photograph showing a population often hidden in photographs of the segregated South. What do you see? Though not seen in this photograph, the parents, friends, and guests of the senior class are seated directly in front of the students, just as May Day is now on the front lawn of the school. Why are there seats on the far side away from everyone else? Who is seated away from the rest of the audience? Most likely, these women are the domestic help, or maids, working in the homes of the seniors being presented on May Day. No doubt they wanted to see the girls presented as well and were invited to attend, just not allowed to be seated in the main seating area. At a GPS board meeting on October 9, 1968, Mr. Caldwell moved that the board affirm its policy of accepting and processing the application of any applicant who measures up to the required standards without regard to race, creed, or religion. With this board vote, GPS became the first independent school in Chattanooga to integrate its student body. The first black student entered GPS in the fall of 1969. She graduated in May 1975. In 1984, Atoll Bowles was chosen by the student body as May Queen. And in 1985, Michelle Lewis was elected president of the GPS Student Council. Fortunately, the world has changed. Today, the first things considered are ability and talent, not race or ethnicity.